Says I'm live. I guess we'll see. What is happening? Hey, buddy, what's happening? Sweating your butt off? It's 107. Yeah, that was probably well, 104 was in our backyard today. So yeah, it's damn hot, that's for sure. And to boot, our country is on fire. Okay, just in BC alone, I think there's 360 plus fires going right now, and scary. How was your week, Mr. McKenzie? Yeah, right on. What's going on, Jerry? Mr. J's in the house. How you doing, brother? I actually just I was going through all the knives today and playing with them all, and man, I'm still just blown away with the Axis lock. Of course, I'm gonna be able to find it now. There it is. And I'm telling you, I love this thing. First Axis lock too, or the style of knife. Getting better at flipping them. Love it. For a $6 knife, man, seriously, this is a steal. How was your week? I'm starting a knife building series. I just did my first video about it not half an hour, 45 minutes ago, and posted it. But the ins and outs of how to, from concept, drawing it out, to designing and making, and all the hiccups and bumps and whatnot in the road. Work was rough flipping a new Citivian ST147. Citivian. Never heard of that. I'll have to check that one out. Citivian is the maker, or is that the model? Super excited about this knife building. I've got all the, well, basically most of it's in this box, but tools and this is and that's, and yeah, it is the brand name. Okay, Citivian. What's going on, moms? Mind of Milton. How was your week, brother? Any big plans for the weekend for anybody? Kimber's is down and out for a few days. She had major mouth surgery, so she's on the recoup. She says to say hello to all the family and friends and whatnot. But yeah. Oh, Crispy, what's happening, brother? Going to going to lunch with Knife Delights tomorrow. Oh, cool. That'll be cool. You guys gonna do collab? Hey, Robert. No plans? Yeah. It's too bloody hot. Like it was like 104. So I don't know, like that's like 40 to almost 40 degrees. It's just it's just too hot. Can't enjoy getting out. I mean, and it's like stale air. There's no breeze to be had, so it's just uncomfortable. You're out there sweating your bag off, and it's just not fun. But yeah, all I know is any day on this side is a blessing, and I'm grateful. But man, sometimes when it's too hot, it's just not fun. You know what I mean? I'll try to make it back for this. And he's not going to make it back for this? Is that what you're saying? And if that's the case, when he gets in the house, kick him in the shins and tell him that's for me. Just saying. Did Al let you know that I got you guys the stickers on the board now? That's Thank you for sending them. I have your package already. It's in an envelope. I haven't been able to get to the post office and mail it because time, time. But when it's supposed to be, it'll happen. So can't wait to get on this knife building. I started, like I said earlier, I started. So I had a conversation with Scap, and in regards to this challenge, like the knife building competition that he's putting together, and um, so I'm gonna do a like he told me, why don't you do a series on what it takes from like what I use and what tools and the processes for each part of the knife build, whether it be um, the design, the what your knife is going to be used for, um, sketching it all out, putting it on your steel, cutting it out, shaping, sharpening, handling, and then figuring out if it's going to be a kydex or leather sheath and all the processes that go to each step. There's going to be a whole section for building the sheath and then tempering and shaping and what parts of handles and like just gonna try and enjoy sharing my knowledge up into this point with all you guys. So you kind of, if anybody is interested in getting into that and even just trying something new is something I like doing. And there's stuff that I totally forgot about, like even with just this stuff, like ouch, don't poke yourself with needles or hacks. It doesn't tickle. But yeah, even with the eyelets for on your leather sheaths so you can attach stuff and whatnot. I mean, there's a whole bunch of stuff that goes with building and designing and sheathing and but yeah, it should be fun. And getting more knowledge from other people that have been in this situation as well as been building, and knowledge is power. I wish the world would go back to the bartering system where the stuff I know might not necessarily be the stuff that you guys know, but you probably know stuff that I probably don't know. So fire ban, no fires. I swear there's something that lives in the house that likes to screw with me on these lives because it's either throwing stuff at me or making noises. And yeah, it's just, I don't like it. So yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, no fires, no fires. I think there's 360 plus fires going on in BC, just in BC. So I mean, there's there's probably 1,000 fires going in Canyon right now that are just no. It was just getting too itchy. Um, and yeah, I usually do it once a year, buck it all back, and then it's funny. I usually have a hat on. You guys usually see this, but yeah, it is what it is, right? Grump, what's happening, brother? Do I need to send the Dremel to you so you can get those? It's funny. I still have the scales off of this baby. I was actually gonna sit here and put them on and rehandle this one. Actually, I can do it right now while I'm thinking of it. Because that's what it usually looks like. I said just to cut it off. Just when he's crashed out, just take a pair of scissors and go, or shave it. Like just get one good shave into it. So he's like he has to do it. No, I'm going to try to get down to CPAD this weekend and get cut off. I'm just wondering why, because I mean, there is a little bit of light Loctite that they put on them for sure, but yeah, what a bugger damn, eh? Oh, that's not the right one. I gotta get the tool. What I need to get um WIHA, the wah torque set, because I think I just gotta bite the bullet and buy some good stuff, because I think it's a T6, yeah. I think I've already started stripping it. Yeah, I think it's a T6, but it's just yeah, can't focus properly. But all I know is I don't know. But the WAHI or WIHA or Y, I can't remember what. Do you know what I'm talking about, Grump? With that torque bits and the little case it comes with. It's like I think it's green in color. I don't know. All I know is I don't know, and that's all I know. This was a knife gifted to me by Grumpy Grunt. He sent it up so I can build him some scales, thinking that I was just going to build him some scales, but he hooked the brother up with this one. Because, tell you, see, that one doesn't seem like it wants to. This is the one I think I stripped. Ouch. That one. T10. That's too big. That one. Ouch, fuck. Why do I keep on doing that? When in doubt, move it out. Because there's no reason why I should do it more than twice. Because, you know what I mean? Figured you'd make a second set as this. Like I was going to, but it's a time thing, right? I just don't have a lot of time right now to get stuff done. I'm T7 maybe it's a T7. It is a 7. It's a T7, my friends. T7. Did I just see Maddie? Maddie's faction. What is happening? See, that's what it looks like. With the, is this G10? I think this is G10. But I tell you, yeah, doesn't rattle. Love that. T7 for the. Ouch, that fucking hurt. T7. Did anybody tell me what that site was called? Or the Weeha, that's right. Weeha. That I need to get. That's the set that Matt Pearson suggested, but I couldn't find. And the set that I found, he said it shouldn't cost me more than $25. But the set that I looked at, it was like they wanted $50 for it. And I was like, it just didn't make sense. So I just opted for what I could afford at the time. But you get what you pay for, right? So I wish I could show you, but you can tell that it's already like the. I'm so shaky right now and I can't keep it. So you can get, yeah. You know what's meant to be 100 degrees. There's no reason why it should be that hot. You know what I mean? It's just too hot. It's disgusting. Sweaty ballitis. You get the chafe. It's just not fun. But yeah, if I can suggest to anybody, don't skimp when it comes to Torx, because it wrecks the Torx that you're using. The shit is just shit, and don't don't waste your money, because I'm gonna end up having to buy a better set instead of buying it twice. Just buy a good once. You know what I'm saying? That makes sense. It's apparently I have to learn the hard way sometimes. But at the same time, you gotta go with what you can afford sometimes too, right? So once I'm making millions building these knives, I can frivolously spend. But until then, I just gotta pinch the pennies and make do with what I got, because it's the way it is, man. 79. Going to live where there's water, green, and snow. Well, come to the island. Because there's water, like I can literally take a slingshot and sling a pebble into the lake. We're on an island, so there's ocean, there's world-class fishing. You can grow whatever the hell you want here. Yeah. Only ever buy yeah. That's, and you know what? Matt Pearson told me everything that I knew and was learning knife wise came from Matt. And my dictionary is no longer, and it's sad, but it is what it is. Oh, running up fast. Only ever buy why. Where are you from, Big J? Morgantown. Hey, Mr. Howie. Don't forget the elk. Yeah, because then you can have skills, and like you can have things like this that just tend to just drop off in your driveways. It's kind of cool. And they're free mowing of lawns, so you know, and it fertilizes as it eats it, so it's good. Tell me about the knife laws. Okay, the knife laws. Nothing fun, single edged, and if you can flip it open, it's not coming into Canada. So if you're sending anything to Canada, it has to be disassembled, marked as knife parts, blade in one package, handle in another. Until our prime minister pulls his head out of his ass and starts, thinking of the people that he's supposed to be mentoring instead of screwing over with taxes and making it so everybody can't live. It's just, it ain't right. So no switch plates, no OTFs, no balisons. We're allowed fixed blades, we're allowed pocket knives. I basically, the length of the blade doesn't really matter, but no autos, no balisons, no OTFs, no stilettos, anything fun. You can just go ahead and scratch it off the list, because there's no stains. Hey, Miss Jessica, brand new American. What's happening, bro? Yeah, our PM is out to lunch for sure. He's definitely for for a communist country. He doesn't care about the freedoms of our country. He doesn't care about the little things that the majority of us care about. You know, he's never suffered, he's never gone without. He's been spoon fed with silver spoons all his life. He doesn't know what it is to struggle, and everything is just a big joke to him, you know. So it is what it is. All I do is I try to do this, nod and smile, move on, try to be the happiest guy that I can. And you know, it is what it is. Hey Papa Rhino, what's happening? Eagles Trekker, Scab. I was just talking about you. Stoked that you can join us today. I know the weekends and the Fridays are go, 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 Mr. I don't have a stop button. But grateful that you were able to join us. And that goes to everybody. Seriously, thank you so much for coming on and hanging out and being a part of. But yeah. Papa, I want to converse further offline one day. Maybe send you a knife and give me your thoughts and opinions. I'm gonna send one to Scab as well. Just so I know what I could charge for the product that I'm coming. Like I want to cover my costs. I want to cover the shipping and then make something. I don't want to give things away for free, but yeah, I definitely want people y'all need, yeah. I can't remember the guy. Scab, what's that guy's name? The knife rights guy? You had him on your channel not long ago. All you guys should probably know him. Maddie, Grumpy, Papa. I think Doug Ritter. That's right. That guy's awesome. He really does think of for the people. Like he really wants knife rights for everybody. And he's trying for world knife rights for everybody. You know, it's not the tool, it's the people behind the tool. You know what I mean? It ain't right. But all the fun stuff makes me really want to become an American because y'all have, well, I'm not going to start talking about your guys' government, but I know our government is just buggered. Righteous. Cool. See that, Grumpy? You can text Papa Rhinos to me if you can. Go to a free state. Well, Pops and Carl live in Michigan. Is that a free state? I don't know. I don't know much about the states. All I know is you guys, the majority of my family on YouTube is from there. So Texas or Florida. Okay, well, Scab is in Florida. So at least I have one guy. Kansas nickname is Free State. But is it a free state? But that's that tornado alley. I don't want to be dealing with twisters that are gonna rip me a new one. Mind you, Canada there's been a ripper in Alberta and there was 2 tornadoes in Quebec and Ontario, well, Toronto. So the weather is getting crazy all over the planet. So Arizona. But yeah, you're gonna fry. Yeah, man. Constitutional carry and knife and knife and gun. Any knife and any gun. Oh, slick. Yeah, Kansas. I'll just get a pair of ruby slippers and hold on to Kimmers when the shit hits the fan. Oh, so how's everybody doing? Everybody having a great Friday? What's everybody's plans for this weekend? What's a nader? I don't know what a nader is. Yeah, I don't want to go to a state that's gonna cook me, kill me. That was probably Papa. Okay, Papa, I got your info. Grumpy just sent it. Cool. Tornado. Yeah, man. Tornado. Got ya. I'm not playing with a full deck today. I'll have to take Bob too, for sure. Because, well, mind you, like, see, I'm so torn. Like, you guys have all the fun stuff. Like, I can go down and go play with these things and have any fun knife I can, and oh, maybe the Carolinas, North and South Carolina. Some good music coming out of the Carolinas, that's for sure. Montana, that's close. That's just across the border, and it has what I like. The thing is, okay, I like fishing. There's world class fishing like right out my door, and down the road where the river starts, best fishing. Plus, I'm on an island. We've got salmon, cod, halibuts. We've got crabs. We've got any mussel, shellfish you can think of, prawns, crabs, oysters, clams, mussels, oysters, Dungeness, red rock, springs, cohos, sockeyes. We've got lings. We've got rock cod. We've got the halibuts. We've got every trout you can think of. We've got bass. We've got deer. We've got elk. We've got bear. We've got raccoons. We've got squirrel. We've got we got bush chickens, grouse. We don't have any pheasant on the island, but yeah, the spruce chickens are really tasty. Um, the lack of food here is not, but the vegetables. I don't like vegetables are what we should be feeding our food, in my opinion. So the only reason why I eat vegetables is because Kimmers. If it was up to me, I would just eat meat. And it's funny because that professor, can't remember that's all he does is eat. He eats steak and he drinks water. Peterson, that one of that. So now the work starts. Oh, sorry, I'm not paying attention to the. West Virginia is a good state with constitutionary carries. My plans are just hanging out at the end of my chain and barking. Yeah, that's good. Bushcraft rebooted. That is dope, brother. Oh, did I miss something here? Bushcraft reloaded. Am I not seeing some of these comments? Oh, okay. Bushcraft reloaded here. I'm gonna put that one up. Congrats on the growth of the channel, brother. That's huge. There's a few channels that just broke the 1K. I know I'm just having such the biggest brain fart today. It's just been dealing with Kimmers and all of her mouth stuff. She had a lot of mouth surgery stuff happening yesterday, so I'm just trying to, we're both probably, I'm living on coffee right now, let's just put it that way, because it's just been a stressful last few days, getting to the appointments, getting through the appointments, and then the recovery from the appointments, and then having to redo it all again next week, and then 2 weeks from then it's another. It's just, I don't wish it upon anybody. Mouth pain is the worst pain. The only people that deserve it are baby herders and furry people herders. They can absolutely suffer because that's just the way it should happen. My son carries his everywhere. I'm out here in Shitville under. Yeah, welcome to Canada. I wish all you guys can just come up, and I mean, our country is so beautiful and we're pretty cool people up here. We like to tip a beer here and there and smoke a tree or two. Love to eat really good food, but we have to deal with some of the freaking bullshit of our government, and it is makes me want to be oh Gons, what's happening, brother? Timbo? Sorry, I'm totally just shitting the bed on the comments right now. It's usually Kimmers that's my person that keeps me posted on the stuff that I'm missing, because, well, you know, we work really good together. She reads me, I read her, and it's funny. She's been. I can actually think I can hear what she's thinking, if that makes sense. Like, we're so in tuned. Like, when she's trying to write something out, I've already said what she's writing out before she even writes it out. Yeah. Mackenzie, BC. Oh, thanks, Miss Jessica. I'll definitely give her a hug and all that. There's nothing worse in the world than feeling so helpless when your partner's down and out, and you tend to annoy them with all the questions and the trying to they pamper, and it's just, you know what I mean. Partied a little bit in Canada, stationed in Fort Drumheller. Thanks, Tim. Yeah, she's the best. Like, she really saved my life. And I just hope I keep her comfortable and happy, and just try to make everything happy. You know what I mean? But yeah, I'm pretty stoked about this knife competition coming up. Watch it when I'm getting home. as Pops. I'm just gonna tell him I'm live. You're crashing my live, Pops. I'm live. Now, Pops. The Nahanni River. Where is that? What province is that? Nahanni. I've never even heard of that. Nahanni. I have a critter. 12 acre district. Pop says hello to everybody. So, hello from Pops, aka Ron T. Sawyer. Those that don't know, Pops is my dad. Absolutely. Every day. Yeah. There's not a day that I don't go and hold her, and yeah. She's my everything. That's for sure. Upper Yukon, I believe. Its nickname, the Headless Valley. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, that's one of the territories, Yukon territories. The Crispy District. I don't know where that is. I'm finally getting healthy again, so I hope to be back making videos more often soon. Yeah, that would be great, Timbo. You're a huge part of this community, that's for sure. Big time. Yeah, Pops is good shit. He's the first one on everybody's video. I don't know how he makes it happen. Like, he's one of the busiest people I know, and he's always first on everybody's video. And I tried to beat him, but he's just, I think he's got the ESPN, EPS. I don't know. He can see it coming before it comes out. ESPN. No, that's a ESPN. I don't know. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Oh, it's my chocolate. There's this little fruit fly that's been bothering me all day, and he's following me around. He's drinking my coffee. He's trying to eat my chocolate. Keeps on going to get whacked. But he's quick. He's one of those ones that he can be just enjoying taking a sip of coffee, and it'll jump and punch you right in the eye, fly up your nose, or buzz you in the ear, and just bugger. south of Morgantown. So let's see in here what you got in that big old noggin first knife. Oh, okay. So I'll show you what I'm thinking. How about that? That's what's I'm thinking. I'm thinking you can put another handle on the end of this and use it as a draw knife. It's going to have a nice sheath. It's going to come with a ferro rod. But yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Timbo, I'm getting close to the 500 sub. I'll do a giveaway once I hit it. Nice. Yeah, I was getting close to 600. I think I was like 14 away, but I've been going backwards, so now I'm like 22 away from 600. So I don't know. When I get to 600, I think I'm gonna do some sort of surprise. Thanks for getting me there. I want to make sure that I'm over the hump, and I'm definitely not gonna be promoting the giveaway, because as soon as you start promoting, and there's people that strictly go in and sub and just to get free swag. So it's definitely going to be given stuff to the people that support the channel, that are doing these lives, that are coming in and being a part of. And yeah, that I can't wait to see what comes out of the community, that competition too. It's going to be fun. Blessed to have it. Land is gorgeous. Yep, it's true. There's a couple, and there's a couple purchase things, like you can choke up to it. You can, so you can do fine stuff. You can do spitahoning. You can like choke it back and use it as a chopper. I mean, I think it's gonna be, and it's called the humpback. I'm gonna call it the humpback. So I think it'll do okay. I'm thinking. What blade are you going? So I think Scab said the blade length is going to be between 4 and 6 inches, an overall length of less or more, no more than 12 inches, I believe. That when the rules of the competition are finalized, that will be, I'll definitely put it out like that. I'll tell you what is the guidelines. It's all going to be in black and white, so there's no like, oh, I didn't know bullshit stuff. Like, this is the rules. You follow the rules. You get the knife to scab between X amount of time. You're gonna have, I think, once it starts, you're gonna have 3 months to design, build, and ship your knife. Then yeah, so I mean, once all the it's all finalized, there's a few of us that have been talking to making some of the guidelines, and there's going to be third party people hands on with all the knives. They're going to give the opinion, and then they're going to pick a winner, whether based on functionality, like this is and that's like. So once I know exactly what's happening, you guys will know as well. So I don't care if I get a ton of subs. I just rather take care of my little subs that watch every video. Yeah, 100%. That's the one thing that, yeah, you definitely know, like, and the people, like, the one thing I love about this community, if you're bullshitting, you can't bullshit a bullshitter. You know what I mean? If you're trying to be shisty, you just can't, because I'm an addict. I know how to be shisty. So you can't pull the wool on this guy. If you're gonna bullshit me, you're gonna get blocked, and I'll tell everybody out there that, don't deal with this guy, because this guy's a piece of shit. He's trying to be a scammer. So yeah, there's no beating around the bush around this channel and or this community, because the second you start doing shady shit, you get caught. And then once you get caught, you're done. You just might as well just give up and do something else with your life, because you're not going to be welcome around here. 6 inches, please. That thing is sweet chopper design. I think so too. I mean, I've got a lot of knives, and there's things about each knife that I wish I could have on another knife, but the one thing that I'm definitely going to do is there's going to be a matching ferro rod for the knife, so you can, and I'm thinking, depending on if I can find something like something this big, so you can put like a fishing kit into it. Like I was thinking about getting something like this for adding to the sheath, but if this is too big for a sheath. Like, you know, like this is a sheath, and like how do you attach something that big onto a sheath? But something this big you can put onto a sheath or make a little pocket for it, so you can have your fire kit and a fishing kit, and plus it's going to have an attached ferro rod so you can make fire. And that's the thought and the vision, what I want. But once it starts coming together, that's when things start happening, right? So all I know is there's going to be a ferro rod, there's going to be a 90-degree spine, it's going to be sharp, there's going to be a few purchase points on it. Randy, what's happening, brother? Hope all is well. Any day on this side of the dirt is a blessing, brother. That's for sure. Now you're just sweet talking me into a big old fishing soft spot. Well, you know, and that's the thing. Like, I want something that people are gonna use. That's something that you can, like, one tool option. Like, if you need to, like there's a whole bunch of little things. Which tool would you take with you? Like, if I had the opportunity and I only had one tool to take, I think I would go with this. It's the Spetsnaz shovel. I can split wood with this. I can chop stuff. I can make feather sticks. I mean, everything. I can dig a hole. I can use it as a hammer. Like there's a lot of things that I can do with this, and it's sharp. You know, like I can, not shaving sharp, but I can get a lot of stuff done with this one tool. But if I can couple this with a knife and a saw, like that's really all the tools you really need. And if yeah, 100%. I've got a box of it outside. You know how I roll. Fat wood is definitely included on everything, because fat wood is life. And if you need a fire and it's pissing down rain and it's snowing and you need a fire, you know, 6-inch ferro rod, shower down on some fatwood shavings. Not even fatwood shavings. Like, if you can just cut a chunk off and shower a whole bunch of sparks on it, it's gonna light. Fatwood is nature's fire for sure. I'm missing some of these things. Sorry, I'm really horrible with comments and whatnot. The bacon. Yeah, 10th Mountain Division. Yeah, trench shovels are amazing. Like, the Russians did good on that one for sure. Water tank. Scab's got one too, but I think he's got two. He's got one with a longer handle, but this one fits right in my backpack, no problems. And if I needed a bigger handle, I've got a Swiss Army knife that can take this out. Um, that's always on me. Like it's in my backpack. It's my over my hoodie. But I tell you, Mr. Matt, miss that guy. But that's one of the tools that is constantly on me is my SAK camper. And yeah, the thing is amazing. What brand ferro rods? I'm loving the Uberleben ferro rods. Okay, so full disclosure, ferrocerium, whether it's Nathan 4071, an Uberleben, Light My Fire, they're all they're all the same. Some are softer, some are harder. The softer ones wear down a lot faster, but ferrocerium is basically the same all over the world. You can either get like um, a softer, like a Nathan 4071 ferro rod, or I got the 1 inch or half-inch by 6-inch ones from Amazon. I got a 2-pack, less than $50, and like you'll never run out of ferro. This one is, I think this is a 1-inch by 8-inch, 1-inch by 6-inch maybe. Yeah, 1-inch by 6-inch. But like I've used this one basically, well, until the fire ban started, every day for a fire, and I bet you I can will this to my kids because it's a freaking ferro rod, right? They last a long time. Once you have a spark, you can transfer a flame, especially if you have good fat wood, right? People need people unless you're a creep. Yep, it's true. Oh, I'm missing somebody here. Miss Salty. I hit the hay, but really grateful that I can hit reply tomorrow. The viewing cameras, everybody else. Oh, thanks, Miss Salty. Tell your son to freaking text me or send me an email with his phone number so I can get his address so I can send a ferro rod to him because I have one built for him and I just need to get it to him. So let him know that if he wants it, I need to call him and get his info so I can send it to him. Okay? Please? Okay. Crispy was a short timer, wasn't cool with the affirmative action BS at 4 years. Oh, 6 years captain, so I was done with it. Drop some links, I will sub. I'm on StreamYard, I don't know how. Like, I really don't. ER. I was a machinist, fabricator, and learned a trade. Oh, I found some spit. I just found some spit lots. Yeah, the soft stuff, like if you have an opportunity to choose which ferro rod you want to go with, always go with the ferro that is softer because yeah, I mean you can sure you'll go through the ferro rod faster, but once I mean you're talking 3,000 degrees. Once you have a little pile of ferrocerium and you've got all your tender ready to go and you hit that and Yeah, softer ferro rods are the way to go for sure. Oh shit, really? I think I remember him saying that. Yeah, he's been dealing with that, but he's in that field. He can patch it up. He is under pressure. Did I get him? There's this little fruit fly that's been trying to like eat my eyeball all day. And there's just one of them floating around, but like he'll go away for a bit, and he'll come back and he'll stab me in the eyeball and punch me in the nose, or like I hate it. I hate fruit flies. Is there anything that he needs? Like, yeah, he really does. Damn. Does he need any? Can we start a like GoFundMe? Like, is he okay? Like financially, or is insurance covering it? Like, is he okay that way? Just go to civilian. Yeah, and that's the thing, man. Like sometimes life happens, right? You just gotta deal with what the first things on the plate, right? Take things in stride and just do what you can when you can. Yeah, I'm bummed for him. I'll light him a candle as soon as I'm done with this live. Sad for him. Salty's a good dude. Like he's such a good dude. Yeah, that's just yeah. I would think he would be bushcraft. That's cool for sure, Crispy. Crispy, I didn't know that, buddy. I'm sorry. Break it down. I don't know how to rap, but I could put a beat to it. Yeah, man. There's tornadoes are just they're ruthless. So grateful that I live on that. Like we get water spouts here and there once in a while, but when the northernly I don't know why. So I live on an island on the Pacific Ocean, and when the weather comes north from Alaska down south and pushes all that nastiness, like we get some winds that are like ruthless, and we don't get any tornadoes, but hurricane force winds that throw tree like there was a year I think it was about 10 years, 11 years ago. But the majority of Stanley Park's big trees in Vancouver, they all toppled, and we're talking 300-foot trees just getting blown over like toothpicks. It was brutal. But yeah, and I just I don't like that. Vets are always totally appreciated here. I know my freedoms come hand all that. My freedoms come at all the sacrifices and things that the vets go through in their time in the services. I mean, as much as our prime minister is tanking our country, our freedoms come at all the sacrifices you guys do for us to have them. So seriously, thank you so much for making our world a better one to live in, even though if our government's kind of screwing us over at the process, not giving you guys the services that you desperately need. Sometime like I just the numbers that we're losing to suicide each and every day is traumatic and something I couldn't even. So my dad was in the Navy. My grandparents were both on both sides were in the Navy and the Army. My dad was in the Navy and then the Army, but when he was in the Army, um, when Rwanda was going through all that genocide, he went and he was posted over there, and some of the stories that you guys like he told me about what he saw and the horrific shit that humans do to other humans is I there's no way I could do that. I know I could protect mine and the people that are close to me. I know I would put everything on the line for them. But as far as going to third world countries and seeing genocides happen, I couldn't even imagine. Couldn't even imagine. I don't have it in me to pull a trigger on somebody, but I tell you, if you fuck with any of my family or any of my friends, look out. Like I would do anything and everything for my friends and family. And I'm sure that's the mentality that most of the vets have. Like your 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 pride for your country. I have all the pride in that aspects, but no, I just coming from a Buddhist perspective, like I like thinking that everything has its purpose and everything lives for a reason, right? And I couldn't even imagine. I just and there's some of the vets that do their walks around our area, and there's a fella um, that raps with me a few times, and the stories. I know I'm not built to go and do that kind of work. I mean, but I'll do anything and everything for the people that I love and appreciate. 100%. There's no greater love. That's the biggest truth right there, man. It's nailed it on the head right there. That is best truth that could be said right there. Brand new American. Hey, brand new American. Guess what's in my pocket right now? Oh yeah. This is my gardening champion now. Like seriously, this thing I haven't even put an edge on it yet, and it's still just going to town on everything. Love this thing. Spyderco for the win all the time. Like, I am just tickled pink. Love it. Speaking lots, my brother, older brother, same way. He was a jarhead. I really feel for your brother. You chewed some of the same mud. That's. I couldn't imagine you guys. I'm so grateful for all those that go and put their lives on the line for us to have the freedoms that we do have. That's for sure. This Canadian absolutely appreciates you. That's for sure. As much as I'm a Canadian, I see this every day, and Miss Donna sent this to me with the same stickers that she sent with Matt's sticker, and I see this every time I sit, and I'm so proud to have friends that have family that lives in the States too. So I mean, just so grateful for all my American homies, because if it wasn't for you guys, we wouldn't have the country we have. That's for sure. Dude, I love it. Seriously. I wish my hands. So I used to be a boxer, kickboxing and all that, and man, I beat my hands up so bad, so I don't have, don't, I don't know how to freaking, like, I get that far, but I don't want to, I don't want to cut myself. Sometimes I slip and it wants to come back on me, and just, I don't. I'm trying still. I'm trying, but I get it to this point. Just give it a little flick and it pops open. Love it. Down at PM3 donated. You totally donated it to me, man. And I tell you, between this one and the camper, and I have a little, like, I swap them out after, like, once I put a month into the something, and then but I've never gotten once tired of this knife. It's just something cool about it. Yeah, buddy. But I've been blessed. This community has gifted us so many cool things, that's for sure. I want an S90V, or I don't know. That's what I have. Right. CTS. Oh, come on. Focus. CTS XHP is what this steel is. And man, I tell you, it's pretty. I like it. I can't flick any of Matt's definitely on an art on it. Yeah, it totally is. Totally. And Matt sent me a knife that scares me. So I don't know if anybody doesn't know who Matt is, Matt Pearson. So Matt was a gentle Canadian giant. The guy was 6'10", and he had hands probably double the size of mine. So he sends me this knife that's, well, I'll show you the knife. You guys have probably all seen it. It's like I rock this one all the time. This is the Bushcrafter, and it's got the ironwood handles, but this is a bark ripper. This is another bark ripper that Matt sent me, and the weight, the ridiculous sharpness of this thing, it scares me. Like I've been bitten by a few of my knives, and this thing is the Teddy 2 stack leather handle, A2 steel. But because it's so freaking sharp and so heavy, I'm scared of it. Because when you get bit by big blades, you definitely get bit, but good, that's for sure. Hey, what's happening, Waterfield? Brother Phil? Any day on this side is a blessing, Mr. Phil. You know that. Hashtag Momoa lifestyle for life. You know how it is. You know how we roll. PR. It helps me when I'm comfortable to talk about it. Man, Crispy, you're more than welcome to talk about anything, especially if you feel comfortable about talking about it. Make sure you have crazy glue on hand when handling big. Yeah, yeah. Seriously, I have a whole like I've got epoxy. I've got Kimmers has acrylic. I've got crazy glue little tubes. I've got what else I've got? I got a little box of everything. Little crazy glues. I've got a whole bunch of these little single-use crazy glues all over the place. Like I've got this one. I've got a whole bunch like these, like half tubes. I've got in my bug out bags, I've probably got 10 or 12 more of those little ones. Like I've got crazy glue, I've got crazy glue, and then I've got more crazy glue, and then I've got more crazy glue, and I've got hot glue. I've got the glue that we used to eat as kids in school. Well, at least I did. We've got, I got glues. You know what I mean? I got glues. And I got duct tape, because duct tape works too. I've got a patch kit. I've got rubber cement. I've got spray adhesive. I've got glue. I got lots of glue. Crazy glue and duct tape. Yep. Or even this black electric tape. This stuff works really good too. Just saying. And I even have putty. So I mean, if it if anything comes down, and I just put putty on it. You know? Will, you'll need it for will. Yeah, definitely get that skill hooked up for sure, because always need you always need you always need the skills. It's yeah, but I tell you, it would take a lot of crazy glue to I got bit by this one for sure, because yes, can't wait till I can get back out and do fires, because it's the one. You know what? Matt was the first guy to put it out there and put a fire together and put it on YouTube, just so I could have a fire. He would, yeah, he was. I miss my friend. Miss him all the time, every day, especially on days like this when we're just shooting the shit and talking about knives. And I miss not having the guy to call and ask ask, because he was the guy that knew everything about knives. And I still have the community, but you know what I mean? We used to talk every day, and it's learning how to send blades across the states or across the world for that matter. He knew how to do it, and he knew, you know, he just knew how to do it. But yeah, learning how to sew stuff is not that bad. I mean, the one thing I should suggest for everyone. I know I got it. Here it is. Keys off the wall. Here we go. These little hook needles. I don't know what they're called. Curved mattress needles is what they're called. But they're the best ones to have in your emergency kits, because between that and a pair of you get a pair of these, you put a torch to it, freaking sterilize it, and then you put some thread in it, and obviously you burn that, put alcohol, whatever you got to do to sterilize it. You definitely um, yeah, stitch, get used to learning how to do it. Leather is a good one to learn like thin leather for sewing skin. I've had to sew a few people up. I had to sew my knee up when I knelt on a bottle and smashed like a joys of drinking. You think you're 10 foot tall and bulletproof. Well, and I did a lot of stupid things when I used to drink. But I knelt on a bottle one day, and yeah, I had to literally sew it back together with her that. And I was in the sticks and at a party, and I didn't want to lose all that fun that I was apparently having when I was getting shittered, doing stupid shit. But yeah, instead of going and getting stitched up out of hospital, yeah, pair of these, little stowing kit with some. It doesn't really need. It doesn't matter what kind of sewing thread you use. It'll work. But yeah, it's definitely a good skill to learn for sure. But you've had your thumb sewn back on once. Not fun, man. If I could have $1 for every stitch that I've put, because like, I don't know if you can see, but my eye was, I've had stitches here, I've had stitches here. Can't really see because they were all stitched up, but there's a scar right here. I've got a scar right here. Got a scar right there. My hands, I've been scarred up. I've $1 a stitch. I would probably have 3 grand, 4 grand. All the lips that I've had sewed up, all my tongue being sewed up. Yeah, stitches. It's a skill to master for sure. But if you have these little mattress needles and a pair of metal tweezers, you're fixing to be set up nice. Oh, that's great. That'd be awesome. Get Will to do it again, because that was great. He was awesome. Hear the dogs going nuts. Dogs going nuts upstairs. Crazy. So I'm wondering, where did that piece of paper come from? And it's a perfect circle on this. Came from there. The perfect little circle for this perfect little hole right there. Funny. Pocket knives and harmonicas. What's happening? I believe you're another Canadian, are you not? Mr. Harmonica? The mouth harps. But yeah, as Papa said, seriously, it's a great skill to learn. It's a great skill to have, especially if you're constantly getting bit by these things, because it's either crazy glue or stitching or both. Definitely a good skill to learn for sure. Canada, yeah, I thought so. Yeah, they're Canadian in the house. Whereabouts in Canada are you? Saskatoon, Manitoba, Ontario, Lafrog. I can get away with that because I got a really French Canadian sister. So little Alexandra is my petit grenot, which is tiny frog in Lafrog. Looking out towards Nanaimo. Oh, nice. Cool. Like Squamish, Sunshine Coast area. Time is it? Holy cow, it's already been an hour and 15 minutes. Cool. I have family that lives in Nanaimo, Seashell area. I went to a treatment center in Vancouver with a guy named Denny, and his brother and his sister went to another treatment center, but the whole family went to treatment. It was all covered by their band that they live in Seashell. But we went to what treatment center did we go to? Intervisions in Vancouver. We went to. Saved my life. The people I actually there's a thing that they do in Seashell. It's ayahuasca treatments, and I was thinking about going over and doing that, but I don't do good with psychedelics because they make me puke, and I don't like puking. And I'm fine now, so I don't have to even think about that. But yeah, seashell's cool. Do you know Denny? No shit. You tell him I'm doing good. I've been clean and sober for almost 10, well, nine years anyways, but I've been doing really good. Denny's, that's hilarious. World is such a small world. I'll tell you a story about how small this world is. So I used to surf a lot, and there was these they lived in Australia for all their life, but they came to Tofino for like they came, I think they came to do some storm watching one winter, and so I met them and did we were surfing, hanging out, and told them that this was like the California of Canada. This is the best place. I love the island. Like I'll die on this island. So I was like promoting their bejesus out of the island. And anyways, so 2 years or 3 years go by, and he sold his business, everything in Australia, and bought a house in Tofino. Well, he lives in Long Beach, but yeah, 2 years or 3 years later, I go and surf, and sure shit, this Australian took me up on what I told, and yeah, man, that's totally cool. The world is a small world, believe it or not. Neil Mackenzie, over 15. Congrats. Tell you, whoever woke up earliest this morning has the most recovery for the day. I live each day for any day. Thanks. No, it's seriously, it's been a struggle. It's been a struggle, especially with the substance I was addicted to for decades. And I received treatment here and there, and got a year here and 8 months there and 12 months here and 6 months there, but I never really truly got recovery. And then I went to a treatment center and up in Comox Valley, um, CVRC, Comox Valley Correction, or not correction, CVRC, um, Comox Valley Recovery Center. And then it was a 28-day program, but 28 days for an addict of my kind, which is all or nothing, just wasn't long enough. So while I was finishing that treatment center, once I finished that treatment center, while I was still doing my program in that treatment center, I knew that it was just not long enough. So I got transferred over to Vancouver, where they had a bed and interventions in Coquitlam, but the treatment center that I went to in Vancouver, in Coquitlam, they moved it to Maple Ridge. So the old house that I went to treatment in is no longer. But yeah, I don't know where I got. I turtle. I go on little adventures in my head sometimes. But that's cool that you know Denny. He's good shit. I can't remember his sister's name. Kimmers went to treatment with his sister and his little brother. That's cool that you know him. He's a good shit. Excited for this knife derps when it starts. When do I start work? Okay. So I'll probably end up starting Tuesday, Wednesday, whenever it starts cooling down, when I can get out there and put some time into cutting and shaping and grinding and sanding, but yeah, I'm probably starting it midweek next week. So yeah, that's the plan anyway. It's subject to change because there's a whole bunch of stuff going on right now. But once this competition starts, I'm absolutely balls deep into it until that knife's done. I want to build a couple. I want to send one to you for you to check out. Um, Give me your thoughts and that bug. Where is it? Wish I had chopstickitis. I can like Miyagi the shit out of that little bugger. It's yeah. Will it have? Nope. It's going to have wood scales. I'll actually show you the scales it will have. So it's going to look like that. It's going to have these wood scales. And it's a bookmark pair. So one side is exactly like the other side. So, and then whatever I cut off of, say the handle is, say, yay big, that rest that's coming off is going to be attached to the ferro rod. So it's going to have a matching set of a ferro rod and knife. But yeah, I'm not confident enough with my scale working, and working with antler is very dusty, very finicky, and once I learn and do some more research on how to properly make scales out of antlers, they will be used for sure, because I have a bunch of antler material. Like I said, I've got Mr. Matt still have Matt's handle to do. Um, I've got tons of antler material, like tons and tons. And plus, I have this big old Mr. Bob antler, but I want to keep this one basically because I don't know if Bob's going to drop another one, but I have my feelers out there for antler hunters in my area. I know a couple conservation officers as well. Wendy upstairs, she converses with some conservation officers, and I think there's been mentioning about me doing a knife for a conservation officer with antler handles. I don't know how that's going to work out yet, but if it does come into be and I have more antler material, I'll definitely work with it. But as it stands right now, I have 1, 2, 3 pieces of antler to work with that have been cut from another antler. As you can see, that's a big boy of an antler, like that. It's a big old piece of antler right there, and yeah, that would be a nice handle too. But once I learn more will be adventured for sure. But yeah, it is what it is until I know. Can I send antlers through the mail? I don't see why not. I would think so. It's just one of those weird mismatched, like, I know Mr. Carl wants a set of antlers for his katanas to, like, I have a whole head set here. I'll see if I can get it in. Okay. Ugh. I have a whole head rack. But how do you send something this big in the mail so it stays as one big chunk? You know what I mean? Like, look at the size of this freaking thing, man. How do you send something that big? You know what I mean? But this one is going to be on the outside of the house once it's repaired. It's a heck of a freaking head rack, that's for sure. Having bear there would be completely new for me. Having bear. And it's not light. Like, I'm not joking. That thing is probably the better part of 40 pounds, 40, 45, maybe 50 pounds with the chunk of skull. Hey, I was just talking to you about you, Mr. Carl. That's hilarious. Yeah, Mr. Carl, like I've been talking to Mr. Carl and seeing if I can get a matching set of antlers so he can have a rack for his katanas. That would be really cool. Right? Kimmer's done did me good, eh? Meh? Meh? Yeah, the shipping cost is absolutely ridiculous for sure. Faux show. How you doing, Mr. Carl? How was your week, brother? I hope I answered that question. I'm sure you can send antlers, but it's just expensive. And trying to send something that heavy to the States I think it would be better just to, I probably better just drive them to the border and have somebody pick them up on the other side kind of deal. Because totally, I think that would be freaking awesome. Professor Gerbs? No, no, don't put me in that category. All I know is I don't know. And any day on this side is a blessing. So, and having people like you guys hanging out with the likes of me is pretty grateful. Pretty grateful for that for sure. I'm doing fabulous. Kimmers is on the healing mending. She got some dental work done, so she's not feeling so good right now. But yeah, any day on this side, brother, you hear me saying it all the time. Any day on this side is a blessing for sure. If we're granted another day, just try and do the best you can do for each day. I try to be the best version of me for every day. So that's all I can. That's all that anybody can do. Yeah, man. So do I. Just the helplessness feeling is the shittiest feeling. Not knowing what I can, and like getting to the point where like um trying to make her feel better gets annoying to her, you know what I mean? Like just just all I know is she's comfortably sitting on the couch right now. She's plugged in, she's got her tunes going, she's got pain meds going, she's got antibiotics going. She's just all I know is I just hope that it goes the healing happens quick, and then when she goes for the next part, it's as equally quick and painless as possible. But yeah, it's just not. It's just I hate not being able to take the pain for her. It's just oh shit! You know what I've been doing? So I'm making her so whenever she is sick or not feeling well, I make her chicken soup from scratch. So I forgot that I've got making chicken stock right now for the chicken soup. So, so nothing makes anybody feel better than a nice warm bowl of chicken soup. Chicken soup for the soul, as they say. That's the truth, Mr. Carl. I don't wish it on anybody. The pain that it comes with dental pain is just it's just the worst. But trying to keep her as comfortable as possible, and yes, chicken soup. It's, nothing tastes better than, especially on a when you're not feeling good and you just want to be comfortably and you just want everything to go back to normal. Chicken soup, chicken soup. All right, Aunt Randy. You have a blessed Friday night. Get some sleep. Have a blessed weekend. We'll see you tomorrow at Big J's Happy Hour Live. For that matter, I've been on for I think it says 100 hour and 35 minutes. So I usually cut her back on the hour and a half mark because I'm a dirty smoker and I try not to smoke throughout the whole time while I'm on these lives. But I'm a dirty smoker and it's about that time. And I schedule these for about an hour and a half because that's about all I can handle. As much as I love y'all, it's just I do people in small doses, and the hour and a half seems to work best for everybody too. Because I don't want to drag everybody's night down and keep you hostage for, you know what I mean? But I hope everybody has a safe and blessed weekend. Really do. And if you are able to head over to Scabs and support Donnie B all day raffle, there's some actually Mr. Carl. He is donating a sword katana for the cause. There's some amazing knives um, to be won. The tickets are $5. All the proceeds go to Donnie B All Day Fund for like he's a vet as well. He's got some really harsh um, issues going on with him right now. But yeah, anything helps. We're trying to get him all the funds that he needs. He sold all of his knives. I mean, not all of them by any means, but he he's got he's got some health issues, and unfortunately it's not covered by his medical. So Scab's doing this raffle to get as much money possible. Anything, like he says, anything helps, whittles down the debt, and who knows, he might win. There's knives that are as cheap as 25 all the way up to, like, I think some of them are 800 to 1,000. I don't know what Carl's katana's worth, but the one that I've got from him, I mean, it he is absolutely gorgeous. And another thing that Mr. Matt, and when I miss Matt, I miss Matt. That's my friend. But yeah, remember, tell those close that you love them, because tomorrow might not come. Um, appreciate those that are close. Tell those that you love them, because yeah, man, just never know, right? Just be grateful for what you have, who you have in your life, the time that you have with them, because we all go back to our makers eventually, but some go a little bit quicker than others. And just be grateful for what you have. Be very grateful for those that are in your life, because they make you who you are. So appreciate. I'm making sense. I think everybody understands what I'm saying. Last chance. Yeah, sorry, man. We've been here doing this for, what is it, an hour and 40 minutes now. Every Friday night, I start at 5 o'clock p.m. Pacific time. So 100% truth, Miss Jessica. But we have the most amazing community, do we not? And when we're lost, we can find comfort with the people that we have in our lives. And know that you guys are all loved and appreciated. And I'm an email away. My email is in the about section. And, reach out and touch somebody, talk to somebody. If you're down and out, I'm always available. And yeah, just be grateful for who you have in your lives, because yeah, it's good having good people in your life, for sure. Hey, Mr. Joe, we're just shutting her down, but thanks for stopping in. Thanks for being a part of the raffle. You guys are doing God's work for sure, helping those that need the help. And if you can't donate, if you can't buy a ticket, get on the on my last video besides this one. No, not the last video I just did, but the video before it explains everything that Scab's doing for the raffle, um, who it's for, what's the things for, and you know, it's supporting a vet that made our freedoms happen. So that's always a good thing. But yeah, I gotta go and finish up making up this chicken soup for the wifey, and see you all at Happy Hour Live at Big J's and Mr. Kevin's live tomorrow at, I want to say 5 Central, which is 3 p.m. my Pacific. So 5 Central, 3 Pacific. Big J's Happy Hour Live. We'll see you all there. And yes, please, if you can donate, it goes to a good cause. I'm just like a broken record. I'm tired. It feels like I haven't slept in the last 4 days. So, but love y'all. Stay safe, stay blessed, and know you're loved. And we'll see y'all in the next one. Is it ending? Is it ending? End broadcast. There we go.